Next thing I'd like to show you is our Detect Dog software. So you'll see we have our floating Detect Dog here. Basically what happens here is we're going to open that up and load a vehicle health indicator. On this vehicle health indicator, we're going to look at your OE recommended intervals against what may have been done according to Carfax, against what may have been done in the shop itself. You'll see this one currently shows kilometers, even though I'm in a US state and I use miles. The reason for that is because it's my demo instance and I like to be able to show people that we have both. So you can see here, replace engine oil and filter. OEM is at this interval according to our Data One software, but we can also see that it was recently done at this mileage at our shop. We can see our logo here. Fuel filters, we can see was recently done at a different interval according to Carfax, which means we did not do it here. We have our own interval for engine air filters, and that's why it shows our logo and says shop and 15,000, because we use our own interval, not the OE stuff. So we can set all of those different things. What's really cool is we can actually look, like, replace both fuel filters. We can click add, we can search our history, and we can find a fuel filter. Now, this is not a great example because it found a 2010 Ford Ranger. Basically, it found the closest thing because it's a demo database. It doesn't have a lot of things in here. But if we look for something, say brakes, we can see an exact fit, 81% match, same vehicle, same body style, same make, same drive, 2 years off, service category match, recent, same shop. Okay, so with one click, we can actually add that to the RO, parts, labor, and everything. You see here how it completely reloaded the page. It added the parts, the labor, everything on there. Now, we don't have the cost. I'm going to recommend that you reshop your parts anyway, because this estimate may have been a while ago. So this is our Detect Dog vehicle health indicator, helping you compare that OE recommended maintenance interval pack services to the vehicle and what is due, overdue, or if there was something that was coming up soon. Basically, you get to set your threshold. That would be in yellow here. It also is able to pick up off of your DVI and show the items that your technicians marked as red and yellow on there as well. Next tab over, we have the common failures. So you can use the AI prompt for what are common failures with a 2013 Chevrolet 2500 Express around this many miles. You'll see the items that are most common reported failures or replacements around those mileages. So just additional items that your technicians and your service advisors can look into. The jobs, we've already talked about this, but you can also add canned jobs straight from here. We have our automated labor rate updater. So you'll see here, I just updated the Chevrolet to automatically update to 99.90. So when I close out of this and I go and I find a Chevrolet, you'll see here, as soon as we open it up, it reloads and says labor rate updated. It updated the labor rate immediately to match that vehicle make. You can even change down at the job type. If this, for instance, instead of being a maintenance job, was a diagnostic, you can change that and it will update the labor rate on just that job to the diagnostic labor rate or whatever specific job labor rate you may have. This alone earns shops tens of thousands of dollars a month in not relying on advisors to have to click drop downs and remember to do this. With the Detect Dog software and the VHI, you can also see when things are recommended, but they're already on the work order and approved. This is what it looks like when they are due soon. We also have a customer concern tool, so you can ask the customer, if they say it has a check engine light on, it'll generate some follow-up questions. Tell me a story about your check engine light. What happened leading up to it turning on? How long's it been on? Flashing or steady. And then you can click finish and clean up. It's going to generate an actual intelligent sounding sentence, and you can one click send it to the RO, and it's going to automatically put it here as if the customer stated it themselves. Another thing you can do is add all of the concerns with one click. You can click add AI VHI concerns, and what that's going to do is show you anything that's overdue that isn't already on the ticket and approved, and you can click add, and what that will do is add it right here, mark it as a red, and say this is a VHI tire rotation recommendation overdue by so many kilometers or miles, whatever your service interval actually uses. Next, we have the oil sticker. Again, you can print from here. You can change the tagline on the individual sticker, choose whether or not to include the QR code. You can also print a key tag. So if you have key tags, we recommend the Brother QL820, but basically you can design your key tag and have it print that out as well. Lastly, we have the specifications tab where we actually have a deeper VIN decoder than many shop management systems, where we can pull in things like what is the transmission, what size are the tires, what size are the brakes, what size is the wheelbase. A lot of these things advisors and technicians need to know in order to order the appropriate parts. So we bring as much of that information as we possibly can into this side panel directly for advisors to have. Last thing I'll show you is that we actually have the capability of sharing our VHI. So you can click this share VHI and you can text this link directly to a customer where they would see their plan just like this. It's going to show their vehicles an 81 out of 100. The items that need attention now, the things that are in good condition. You can look at the plan, right? These are the 3 items due now, nothing in the next 3 months. These are due later. You can also click and improve my score. What happens to my score if I just rotate my tires? I go from an 81 to an 89. And I get to have some control over what score my vehicle actually has. So that is Tekmetric with the Detect Dog software.